I have amazing, crazy, awesome news. I have amazing, crazy, awesome news. I have been selected to be a part of the Mavs Cohort program, and this is only the second year. So there were about 500 applications. There was 18 people on the committee to make these selections. They selected 100 winners. I was one of them. So that means that all year long, the Mavs program is going to be giving us workshops as entrepreneurs to learn more and scale more. And at the end of the year, there's a pitch competition. I'm going really fast because I got to go in for this interview, because out of the 100 people that were selected, they pick another 30 to spotlight their business. So that's why I'm all glammed up. Let's go. Hi. Hi, I'm Kathy Tran, owner of Kathy Tran Creatives, which is a multimedia company where we bring out the best in individuals and their brands. I have been in business for about 15 years now, and that's like exactly half of my life. In 2022, I opened up my photography studio, which is called Kessler Studios and Lounge. And I have been able to use that as a vehicle to create a program called Baddie Boot Camp, where I hold unique creative wellness classes. A lot of my work is focused around the business that I'm in, but I have been able to fund my Kathy Tran Scholarship for the Arts, where I support graduating seniors from the Richardson School District who are interested in getting a career in the creative business and becoming an entrepreneur. I was pretty much raised by all of the teachers, the janitors, and the counselors, the nurses, principals, everyone. I was actually adopted by my elementary school counselor when I was going into my high school year. I left my home at 14 years old, and I was just so fortunate to be able to have that opportunity to be adopted. And so I just really want to help other students. I was able to win scholarships at that age. I made it into like the Dallas Museum of Art, and that was something that was just so like reaffirming for me to have somebody believe in me. And so the moment I got into my first year of college and I made money and I thought I was making money, I was like, I need to give back and start this scholarship. So the first year we gave out $3,000 to 3 different students. And when I gave my speech to the new teachers for that district that year, Frost Bank was there and they matched me. So I was able to do 6,000. And then all the following years, I ended up just putting 6,000 out as well. And so it's been running for 3 years, and I took a 3-year break since COVID, but that's why I wanted to get back to the Richardson School District. Okay, so we have come from a gig economy and matured to a creator economy. So there is more personal brands, and there are so many small businesses now, more than ever. So that means it's so important for them to know how to tell their story and also learn how to take care of themselves. So I hope to be an inspiration to help people break free from that hustle culture. So I created something for myself that I needed, which was self-care, healing, and connection with other people. And I do that all through Kathy Tran Creatives. But I think the most beautiful thing about the business is being able to show someone their photos live while I'm shooting it, and they just kind of like go into tears because they get to see this like beautiful part of themselves that they have not seen before. You know, and it's always the most beautiful people that like don't see that too. So that's the reactions that I love getting from clients when they see their self in the photos. And then for the sound baths and those like creative wellness classes, we have a lot of creatives and entrepreneurial souls that attend it. I created it so that we can bridge creativity, wellness, and business. The people who typically go to our classes aren't really into fitness necessarily. So this is kind of like something that allows them to dip their toes and try something different, so that way they can like balance their work-life situation, because I know like entrepreneurship for a lot of people now, especially with COVID, new businesses have been happening. I've been in business for 15 years, so I know what it's like to have like a complete freedom of my schedule. But within the last 3 years, people don't know what to do with themselves. They end up overworking and not thinking about like how they can take care of themselves, for like long-term success. And so that's what these like classes have been for, is to take care of yourself. So my home is actually half business, half living. It's a artistic compound. And so most people who come are creative, or they have a creative soul or an entrepreneur soul. I saw the Mavs program posted on one of our sound bath healers, Leah Frazier. And then I also work with Brick Bread Brick Borders with Jinya Huang. So she was on there. And then I also work with Color Stack, the watercolorist who also do like food paintings and things like that. So I saw them and I thought that was such a an interesting three combination of these people that I knew from different fields posting about the same thing. So when I looked it up, I was like, oh my gosh, I check every box on this list right now, and I can't believe that there's something out there for me. I know that there's more like support and scholarships for the youth, you know, and at 30, especially not finishing college and going straight into the hustle culture, this is now like my second chance of like being able to get an education. I recently just got into YouTube, which is a dream come true. I finally have the bandwidth for it, and I see these videos and I notice all these long-term creators where they have all burnt out, you know, and that's not something that should happen. Like, we shouldn't be bullied by the algorithm, you know. So I'm approaching everything that I do with more intention and more of a holistic approach, and I try to do things with kindness. So if I'm upset that the audio didn't come out right, or the composition was wrong, or my hair was in the wrong place, like, it's not that big of a deal, you know. And so I just give myself kindness. It took me over a year to like put out my YouTube channel, and so it was only recent that like I built and scaled my team to where I can do that now. Besides the cheddar that I would like to get from the Mavericks at the end for my scholarship or for my business to scale, it's really the mentorship that I hope to find. You know, I've been doing this by myself. I've built this business by myself, of course with my partner who has been with me, but I didn't go to school for business. I didn't go to school for photography, and so I've never been able to shadow or learn from someone else. So this is my first time being in a room with other people who are also entrepreneurs and people who are way far above me that have so much more wisdom that they could share. So I am looking forward to that education.
Okay, so I just did the interview. It was really quick because I was prepared, and they love that. I'm in the production world too, so I know how to come prepared. If I am going to be in front of the camera, I need to learn how to be a star, which means preparation. So I was able to, you know, work on what I wanted to say ahead of time. I hit all of the points. The interviewer, Nina, was just like so sweet and like kind and comfortable, and that's like really important as an interviewee. She really listened to what I said and like mirrored it back to me. I did get a little emotional at one point. I was not expecting that, just because when I think about all of the people that have helped me get to where I am, especially in the Richardson School District, the janitors, the teachers, the principals, custodians, like everybody has helped me so much. You know, I was living out of my suitcase for a long time. So when I get to school, I'm like taking a shower in the locker room, or like when it's, you know, with my suitcase, teachers are letting me leave my suitcases in their classrooms because they don't fit into a locker. Or when I have nowhere to go and it's wintertime, it's late at night, a custodian would let me in and I would just sit inside of the hallway until I had a plan to go somewhere, you know? And then especially being adopted by my elementary school, it's weird to even say elementary school counselor because like she's my mom. And her husband, which is my dad, who solved all my daddy issues, by the way. But I think it's special, and I was trying to think about everything. This has been a really good year for me to think about everything, especially since my dad passed away this past year, and that really allowed me to, I think it was his death was a catalyst for me to really think more about stuff, because the person who hurt me the most in the world no longer is alive, and the healing process of me forgiving him was like a really big deal. So for 10 years I lived with my Asian parents. The next 10 years I was adopted and I was living with my American parents, And then this last 10 years, I've been on my own. So I'm at this cross point where my life has been divided up equally into 3 different parts, and I am finally able to start the healing process and start just processing everything. So I'm really glad that you guys are here. This is scary for me to share, but I'm not afraid to fuck around and find out. So if you're wanting to start a YouTube channel or a business or anything like that, you're gonna have to do it scared. That's it.
Hey, it's me, Laura King.
Hi.
She's Blasian.
I'm Blasian.
And I love this outfit too, the jewel tone colors. Love that. I was telling her, look, I'm not gonna be this professional of a model of her as her on when we switch over. She actually models. She just stepped into photography. So how long have you been shooting now? Like 2 months? 1 month?
Yeah.
Brand new to photography.
Yes.
And I started modeling about the same time. So we switched roles. Out of retirement, she said.
Miss St. Marshall.
Oh my gosh, yes, that was so cool. The CEO Mavericks, the one, yeah, that's cool. For Cheryl magazine, yes. How cool, so you knew where this was then?
Yeah, what I did.
How cool, this was not open yet.
Really?
This is new, we just opened it last week.
Wow, because we were shooting upstairs.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And what do you do, Simon?
I do hair and makeup.
Oh, nice. Do you need to fix your hair or makeup?
I'm just up to you.
You can go take a look. Take a look, double check. Cool. How did you end up working with Cheryl magazine?
She's been a long-term client of mine for like 5 years.
Cheryl herself? Very cool. I ran into her again last week
Wow.
at a main event that I was shooting, and I ended up getting selected to be a part of the Mavericks Business Cohort program that they just started.
I heard of that.
Yeah, so this is their second year. I got the notification, and then I saw her the same day. So I had to go up. I was like, Miss Marshall, do you remember me? You were at my house.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And so that's why Laura's actually shooting me today. She was able to get me a Dallas Mavericks basketball. And I'm gonna shoot with this. Not this outfit, but she's gonna shoot me with this. So I'm excited. Everything is so connected. Look at this guy. He was here when Miss Marshall was here. Did you do Miss Marshall's makeup?
Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome. Okay, I don't think I've met a male Asian makeup artist before in my life.
I was telling her I was like looking to represent a lot of Asian businesses, photographer, creative.
We need to talk.
Stuff.
What kind of Asian are you?
I am Lao and Chinese.
Okay, cool. And then you're Korean and black, and I'm 100% Vietnamese.
Yeah.
Wow. I think we got it. That looks good. Yeah, I was really curious because I was like talking to my business manager. I was like, I met another Asian person who is usually around a lot of black people. Like, and I don't see that a lot because I'm typically the only Asian person around. So like I shoot with Bishop at the Potter's house. And so it's very easy for people to like point me out in a crowd of thousands of people. So that's why I was so surprised when like Letitia was like, I only want Simon to touch my child's hair. I'm like, this Asian dude with curly black hair?
Yeah, exactly.
So I was like, how?
Exactly.
You know, and I photographed a lot of black people. Like that is my, yeah.
Wow. And I think that's too who supported me whenever I was kind of like in the game was black women.
And that's so crazy that like it's the African American community that like pushed us, like Asians and
that's why I really love like that's why it was important for me to, with the healing project, to include diversity. And that's like my biggest thing is diversity.
Because I always wonder, I'm like, of all the people, there are so many other Black photographers out there that they could support. Why did they choose this petite Asian woman to run around with the camera, you know?
So I think for me to answer you, why do you feel that way, is because it's above that. Yes, they're still supporting a minority, but then it's also this light that you have over you that is undeniable as well. And so we just gotta be grateful for them, right? It's something that we can't even see within ourselves just yet, but the masses can. And that is what I've learned to accept, you know? Because for a long time that did make me feel question why, like, why me? Like, why me? Like, and then it's like, why not me? Why not me?
That's crazy because like the Mavericks program had a whole like video campaign that they played, and the message was, why not me?
Wow.
Yeah.
How in alignment. Okay. How's the YouTube? I know you just launched that. How's that going?
It's been awesome. I'm just really like proud of my team on being able to push all of this out.
Yeah.
You know, usually it takes me years to post something that I really like.
Yeah.
You know, like I took a photo of my friend in this hair salon that she's been doing my hair for a while. And it took me 2 years to post that photo.
Why?
But now, just because like sometimes when I love something so much, I feel like it deserves a better like presentation, or
I'm the same way. It's the perfectionism.
Yes, it's the perfectionism, yeah. But now we're like getting stuff out on time.
I love
relative to when other people are posting about it, so it's not late anymore. So we're just so present with our online presence now.
Wow. And no, you've been killing it.
Thank you.
Killing it.
You combat perfectionism.
How I've been combating it recently is being around those people like you guys, like you, my clients, Dr. Cheryl. I met a new client. She's an influencer. I'm not sure if you know her, Gaming Foodie.
What is it called? Gaming
Foodie.
Is she Asian?
She's Vietnamese. Yeah.
She makes recipes on food?
I think she
on like Vietnamese food?
Vietnamese food.
Is she in Dallas?
She is in North Lake, Fort Worth.
Oh my gosh. And she like doesn't wear makeup. She's got like a kid.
Kids, yeah.
She'll say some Vietnamese words. I've seen her on the internet before. I didn't know she was nearby.
So, yeah, she is. She's in Texas. I thought she was from California.
I see, because I was like, she seems so cool. She must be from California.
Yeah, she is so cool.
Somewhere I lost touch with like the Asian community, or not feeling like as accepted, or I can't find Asians who aren't as passive.
Yeah.
And so that's why I don't have a lot of Asian friends.
Yeah. The other races have, they're very talented, and that's all there is. And so, but what about our representation, And so what I seen with you is that, I'm gonna get this clip. And so when I seen you, the first thing that came to my mind was, yay, what an awesome representation for our community. You know what I mean? It's a big role to carry, and even though you're not we're not like a representation for all of them, like we're not the spokesperson, but we are representing our community, and whether we want to or not. And so, but for Kathy Tran to do it is want to be one of those that are spearheading this is amazing, and we're so grateful to have you. It is so.
How do you talk like this? You're so good at expressing like gratitude and like positive things to other people, and I have like a hard time of like being 100% like vulnerable or soft.
I get it because vulnerability is so scary. It's I think I've been through my dark time already, and so coming out of that has made me appreciate the good. And And the message for myself was that I've had to go and spread how I feel after coming out of that dark, you know. I've been through a lot. We all have.
It's like I don't necessarily have a problem with like my vulnerability, but it's your gift of like being able to give this light to other people verbally.
Yeah. Call it God, call it universe, but like, I think that's where everything, that light comes from that. You know what I mean? From the source. I've been feeling like in a funk for the past couple of days, but today I was just crying like gratitude because it's my birthday today. And so
It's your birthday?
it's my birthday today. And
You gotta eat some gumbo after this for your birthday.
And so I'll take you up on the offer, but today is like a reset for me today. And so I took the day off, but when you called, I was just like, you know, you're Kathy's good vibes. And, you know, I feel like we were meant to meet on a bigger divine scale. So, in doing the work, you know what I mean? Outside of all the things, but just to meet on a personal level, because makeup does that. It connects people. We have that one-on-one, right? And so it's just us two right now. So I'm grateful for this moment.
Oh, wow. I look like a baddie. Okay, so this is my one top option with the camel situation down here. So I'm gonna have to go like this. I have to use that fake money for my shot. How cool is this? Today we are doing the studio switcheroo. I've never. Nope, I'm pretending. I'm with Simon, and he said that when my name came up, it was along the lines with like sound bath and healing. And that is the first time that my identity has kind of shifted, because I just started Kessler Studios, and then I started Baddie Boot Camp, which is like a weekly wellness class. It's a different format each week. We hire in different instructors, and we do a little bit of everything, but sound bath is like our most popular thing. But I started it because I'm all about like being a soft baddie and like embracing how vulnerable you are. And so, yeah, tell me your business name again.
So Styles by Simon is my business. My nonprofit is the Healing Project, DFW. And so it's geared towards mental health. And through one of those resources to help aid towards mental health is yoga, mindfulness, sound bath healings,
All of that.
inviting speakers from the community to tell their story, because there's power in storytelling and what you said, being vulnerable. And so sometimes in our climate today with social media, I feel like we paint a perfect picture, but when we see perfect people telling real raw stories, it's like, wow, I never thought you went through the same thing I did. And so that's what I learned through this whole process of creating the Healing Project, was that we're all the same.
Wow.
We are connected through our traumas.
So like all of this has been connected.
Divine,
yeah, and I can't believe it's being like recorded too. Like this is so cool.
And I think that everything that you've been saying, that's just talking about your brand, behind it all has purpose, and that's what I love. Those brands I love supporting. So it's more than just photography and glam and all that. For me, I'm behind the purpose of it, and so you're making an impact in the community, and we appreciate it. And we need you.
Thank you.